Do you think this is partly why we've seen this conciliatory approach towards New York, as we saw with the press call with Mamdani and Trump?
Well, that may be true. I mean, Trump's going to need all the friends he can get, particularly if he wants to go back to New York City sometime. Yeah. Keep in mind that MAGA means making America great again. That is, bring back reshoring manufacturing and taking on Beijing and all that kind of stuff. And the other part of MAGA is part of the American tradition, America first. That is, attention should be paid to American domestic issues instead of foreign policy. Now, Trump is spending a lot of time with Saudi Arabia. He's spending a lot of time with Israel. He's going to spend a lot of time now with Ukraine. He seems like he's got his head every place except America, which is true, by the way. He's getting invited. He's going to be at war with Venezuela one of these days. And she says, look, we didn't vote for him to get involved in these foreign wars, and she's never voted for a foreign war. And the president is, of course, doing the things that he can do without opposition. That is, he can pick a fight with people, or he can go to war before Congress does anything about it. But look, she represents the ordinary American who feels that they're, well, that's the word is, they're getting screwed by both parties. She says that too many people in Congress are taking care of themselves, and the older ones there, and I love her phrase, is they turned it into an assisted care, aged care. That is, they're just hanging on and getting a salary, etc. Look, what she has to say is going to resonate with a lot of Americans, and I think she has reconstituted her career. She's going to leave off the conspiracy stuff. Look, Richard Nixon had a lot of conspiracies before he became president
finally,
twice.
Joe, I also want to bring
ahead.
it back to the Ukraine conflict and the fact that Zelensky only has until Thursday, supposedly, to make this decision whether to accept the 28-point plan or not. Which way do you think he's going to go? Does he have a choice?
Oh, he has no choice. Zelensky's only option now is to say maybe he doesn't like it and then resign. I mean, Zelensky's usefulness has come to an end. He's taken the Ukrainian people into a war that was unnecessary. Could have negotiated this thing in March 2024, as a matter of fact, and or 2022, and he didn't do that. He was encouraged by the Biden administration to go to war until the last Ukrainian died, and he's out of options. He's going to have to take it. And President Trump, to be fair to him, he wants to end the conflict for a lot of reasons. And, one of my specialties is nuclear weapons. It's important that Russia has safe borders. It's important that if Russia trusts America. There are more things at stake here than certain neighborhoods in Ukraine. And the sad thing, and the tragedy is this could have all been avoided, by those negotiations early on. I mean, the Ukrainian people are going to get exactly what they could have had before the war started. And the idea was, to remain neutral. But someone told them they had to join NATO, and Zelensky has sold them a whole bag of goods here. And, Zelensky will go into exile someplace, but he's very unpopular, and it's coming to an end. And I'm glad President Trump is at least using his efforts here to bring this very sad, tragic conflict to a close.
Thank you so much for your insights, as always.